write an equation in slope-intercept form. Very important right here. What is slope-intercept form? Down a little bit. Okay, where m, get this wrote down, y equals mx plus b, that is slope-intercept. Where the word slope is the m and the y-intercept is your b. Okay, slope-intercept. Right, so in order to write the equation in slope-intercept, we must be able to find the slope and we must be able to find the y-intercept. The y-intercept is where the line crosses the y-axis. Somewhere up here, this line, if I were to continue, okay, drawing the vertical y-axis here, and I was to try to continue drawing this line here, I'm going to be hitting the y-axis somewhere off the grid. Okay, remember the slope. Because it's apparently it's right in between these two. So if I am going, let's just do the rise, which should be easy to do. So I'm going to rise up and go to this line, okay, which would be, if I'm going by twos, you must count by twos. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So my rise is 10. Okay, now by 2. My first move is 2, but then I'm going only half of a unit. So this one here. Now remember, I rise and then I'm running to the left though. This has to be a -3. In the y coordinates, in the y, the vertical on top, divided by the differences in the x coordinates. That's the coordinates of E and F, okay? Would be a -3. So my slope, let me go ahead and put an equal sign with the negative out front and then 10/3, all right? So that means when you want to do your rise and run, this negative sign can float, okay? If I wanted to move it to the top and go down 10, I could do that, and then to the right 3. Just depends on how you can work with that slope. All right, so we now know slope. Okay, go ahead and put this letter M. This is lower letter M. Squeeze that in here. Lower letter M is my slope. All right. Because we do not know the y-intercept very clearly, we want to pick a point on the line. All right, at this point, I want to go ahead and get me a point here because I need a point. I need to know what x and y is. So E, the coordinates for E, okay, and let's do this. Let's put parentheses here. The coordinates of E would be over 2 up 6. Okay, comma 6. So I went back to my origin, went over 2, and then up 6. So there's my coordinates. So that's my x and y. All right, so I know my M is a -10/3. I must get an x. This is my x, y, okay, because I have to use an x and a y, a point on the line. Okay, let's go ahead and pull out that x. Okay, that's a 2. Bring out the y, okay, is equal to 6. All right, now let's use a brace here, and all of this information will go into the slope-intercept formula here, okay? So I'm going to replace my y here with 6, bring down, Okay, this is now slope. This is m times x. So my slope, okay, let's go ahead and put negative 10 over 3, and then multiply that times my x, 2. And then plus b, comma b. Okay. Negative 10 over 3 times 2. There's my, this is my y equals mx plus b. Okay, we've got to find b, so go ahead and press enter. Okay, this is a decimal representation. I'm arrowing up, and I'm selecting that number, and I press enter. It brings it all down. See all those decimal places. Now I could do menu 2 again, and I get it. You must get all of those decimal places for that to be correct here. So our b is equal to 38 over 3. All right, let's go ahead and look at our answer choices. And clearly, okay, when we write the equation, we only replace the m and the b. That's slope-intercept. There's my slope, and there's where the line crosses the y-axis. So when you were looking at this, you were probably seeing, if you did not count correctly, you might have gotten that wrong. Okay, so this is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Okay, see, I'm off. I would be off. Okay, so at 12.6, here's my 0. This is my 0, comma 38 over 3 location. That's where, when x is 0, that's my y-intercept, 38 over 3. Okay, so when you're looking at our answer choices, we want to cross out all but the b. Okay.